You're watching the 76ers Fan Show on the Fan Media Network. Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Stephen Mallozzi, an avid Philadelphia 76ers fan, joined with Noah Nichols, a fellow 76ers fan. And today on a very special 76ers Fan Show, we're joined by two Atlanta Hawks fans, Brice Lewis and Miles Sherman, to talk about the 76ers victory over the Atlanta Hawks in the Game 2 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. So Noah, I want to start off by asking you how you felt about the game. What do you think were the keys to the 76ers victory?
I thought it was a great game defensively for the Sixers. Mainly, I think just putting Ben Simmons and having Simmons and Thibault on Trae Young this game. I think that really helped neutralize Young and his amazing shooting ability and just all that with that. We came out of the gates hot, going hard, and then our bench didn't really do too well in the first half, but in the second half, it looked like Shake Milton just caught fire and just took the game in his hands and ran away with it in the fourth.
Absolutely agree. And you know what? I was worried again about Embiid's knee coming into this. He had 40 points and 13 rebounds. And I agree with you. I think the biggest thing was Doc switching Danny Green off of Trae Young. You and I talked about this a lot, Noah. Yeah. Danny Green was god-awful when he was covering Trae. Trae could not miss with Green on him. Having Simmons and Matisse on him was absolutely huge. And I think the bench finding a little bit of a direction was great for the 76ers. We had 11 or 12 players in Game 1. We had a lot less. We tightened up the rotation in Game 2. I think that really helped Shake find his footing. Now, Brice and Miles, curious to hear what you guys have to say. Why did the Hawks lose? What changed from Game 1 to Game 2 that came out of the gates hot in Game 1, a little bit worse off in Game 2?
Yeah, I think, obviously I came into this game, I even told you that I thought y'all were going to win this game just because I just kind of felt like the way the series was going. Y'all were going to bounce back. I mean, y'all the number 1 seed for a reason, and y'all just bounced back and played better tonight, especially starting out the gate. Really shows a lot, for us being able to bounce back from that. But we really played like a young team today, because in playoff series we haven't talked about. Y'all have playoff experience. Y'all been through wars. This is our first one, and like I said, we played very out of control to start. And, like I said, we fought back. We started making some shots. We got some good bench contributions, obviously, first half, 32-0 in the bench contributions, which kept us in the game. But, overall, we didn't have our best performances from our best guys like Trae and John and Clint. And obviously, we're going to have to do better there. Hopefully, maybe DeAndre Hunter can get back for Game 3 and everything, and that's going to help tremendously. But, I think, we fought. Like I said, Shake Milton blew up. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what would happen if he didn't. That was big for you guys, having a guy come off the bench and really give you that scoring, because y'all really needed somebody who could give you some points off the bench. And, y'all just outplayed us in that fourth quarter, and y'all were able to take home the win. And now it's 1-1 going back to Atlanta. And, I'm not necessarily overreacting or panicking. I expect this to be a long 6-7 game series. I think both teams, are going to be trade shots back and forth, and it's just going to be about who plays better in the clutch moments. And right now, like I said, we both got one piece, and we just got to go from there. What about you, Miles? What you thinking?
Simple. Trae Young needs to drop 30 points. Trae Young doesn't drop 30 points, the Hawks don't win. Of course, DeAndre Hunter wasn't in the game. Philly got a early lead on us, and we fell off. I can say that Nick McMillan went back to the bench several times to see if he could get somewhat of an answer. We're just trying to figure out what can work. We'll definitely have to look into our rotation and kind of switch up, but we're glad to take the game back home.
Yeah, and we got to get Solo out the lineup. We already talked about this. I think a lot of Hawks fans feel this way because he's like, listen, Solo's great for 5 minutes if you just need somebody to play some aggressive defense for 5 minutes, but he's not someone that you can really have out there for long stretches of time. So definitely either Cam Reddish or DeAndre Hunter definitely need to get back for us.
Yeah, something interesting that I noticed, and I think you hit the nail on the head, is the Hawks are young. They don't have a lot of playoff experience, and I think that's been showing in the past 2 games in the fourth quarter. 76ers right now outscoring Atlanta 68-46 in the fourth, and I think you saw the breakdown a lot in Game 1 when the 76ers had a furious comeback and almost stole that one, a game that Atlanta thoroughly dominated from start to finish. And I think that youth might present problems for Atlanta in the future. I'm very interested to see how they rebound from a loss in this series, especially against top-tier competition like the 76ers. I mean, they had a great series against the Knicks, but they're the New York Knicks. They haven't been to the playoffs since 2012, and they are the meme of the league, as they put it. Trying to change that, but I think going to Philadelphia and stealing home court advantage was great for this young team, but they still got a long way to go if they want to take the series. I'm not going to lie to you. No, I want to hear what you have to say about this. I have Sixers in 5 or 6. Still, even after game 1 and game 2. Game 2 makes me feel a lot more confident, but no, I want to hear what you think.
Yeah, I'm still thinking 5 or 6 for Philly. I mean, it just seems like Doc's able to make those second half adjustments after the first half. I think it's been prominent in both games. I mean, game 1, like, we were able to make that comeback third, fourth quarter, make it a game again towards the end. I just think that we're pretty clutch in the fourth quarter. You have guys who can close the game like Tobias Harris, and if someone like Seth Curry or Danny Green just catches fire all of a sudden and just starts draining those threes in the fourth, I think it's almost unstoppable at that point. And I think that's been prominent like through the regular season and even into the playoffs, as we've seen.
Yeah, for sure. Now, you've heard it from the Sixers fans. Sixers in 5 or 6. I would love to hear how the 2 Atlanta fans feel about that.
I mean, honestly, these next 2 home games are big. I mean, we've won 13 straight at home, so we have been literally unbeatable for a month and a half now at home. If we serve home court, then it could be 5-6 Atlanta. But if we, like I said, if it's 2-2, then at best maybe 6 games. If it's just going in Philly's record, or 7, obviously, in that spot. So, you know, I think, like I said, it's just going to depend on what happens. You know, we usually play better at home. If we wear MLKs, we don't lose in those, so you can chalk that up as an L. But game 3 will be the game that y'all have to win because we're not wearing those. So, but I mean, yeah, if we serve home court, then it could be 5-6 Atlanta. If we go back 2-2, then it's 6 or 7 potentially. And like I said, it's gonna be a tough series. Like I said, I expect us to give y'all a fight down to the end. Y'all clearly see with our shooting, we can get hot at any time. Players can get hot at any time. So it's definitely not a series that, you know, you're going to just be able to just dominate us from start to finish. We're going to make some runs, or we're going to maybe potentially be in a leading situation, and then we just got to play better down the stretch. And like I said, this is valuable experience for us. So, you know, what about you, Miles?
I'm going to say Hawks 6 or 7. I feel like we're going to go home and probably pick up these 2 games. Hopefully we get DeAndre Hunter back, you know, so we get some type of defensive, especially on, what's his name? I'm so sorry, I forgot this Phillies player's name.
Tobias?
Tobias Harris, yep. Guard to Tobias Harris. As you tell, Embiid is going to get his, as he would. But yeah, Hawks 6 or 7.
So big shocker there. The Hawks fans take the Hawks to win the series, and the Sixers take the Sixers to win the series. But that just about does it in what has been a very good show here on the Fan Media Network. We appreciate you guys all tuning in, and we hope you watch on Friday, June 11th, Game 3 in what's been a very chippy series so far. A lot of talk back and forth between the 2 teams, and we'll see you after then for another show. Thanks for watching.
To host a fan show or appear as a fan on a fan show, simply create a profile on Fan Media's iOS app or website. Select your teams and make a short intro video on your phone. Show hosts, reporters, former players, and superfans can use our Get Verified feature and make an intro video as well, and our mobile newsroom staff will reach out.